Hey guys, Tyrup here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on fields of Winnekendonk. Playing for today's spawning in the south we have Chris R, 115. Plays US forces straight away locking into Mechanised. Teaming up with him is Moonlight. Playing a Soviet straight away locking into Shock Rifle Frontline. Face off against him in the north we have Frosty playing as Ostheer, who has German Mechanised. Strategic Reserves. And Jaeger Armor. Teaming up with him is Kpen, who has Overwatch, Grand Offensive, and Luftwaffe Ground Forces. In terms of ranks, random team here, Moonlight rank 10, Chris R rank 110 with their respective factions, versus a ranged team here, ranged team round rank 140 Axis. Here we go. OC51 coming out here, getting the flank on the machine gun straight away, forcing it off. Nicely done. I'm going to take control of that point there. Storm Pioneers out here, getting aggressive, but surrounded by the conscripts, sticking around, trying to do as much damage as they can, so maybe the Fox Grenadiers can follow up and actually win these engagements afterwards. Looks like it might be the case. Grenadiers come around this side, Pies from the other. Quick retreat though. I'm surprised to retreat that early on. And he's popped the rear echelon to the WC-51 now. I'm not sure that's necessary. Also upgrading it with the 50 cal. He's gone in deep. I think he's going for like a really deep cutoff here. Gearing stuff, WC-51 pretty lightly armored, can go down pretty quickly if it takes a lot of damage on its rear armor. Looks like the Fox Grenadiers do end up overwhelming over here. And there we go, drop off by the WC-51. Jumping onto the cutoff and now going on to this cutoff as well. Nicely done. Could lose the squad on retreat now. Grenadiers coming across. Maybe the trees will allow him to escape. Conscripts here outnumbered, but in comes a fresh squad. Going to take control of that heavy cover position. Might swing the engagement in Moonlight's favour. Good idea from Kpen moving towards the squad. Squad actually coming out of cover. Slight mistake there. Might have right-clicked the squad. So hitting stop after executing that attack command. But in comes the Flamer. And that should be enough for Moonlight to take this one. Early retreat there, trying to conserve the manpower on that squad. By not dropping any moles, get the healing going instead. And here we go, Frosty coming across to help Kpen out a bit, bringing two Grenadiers over here. Try and force away Moonlight. Slightly late retreat on the combat engineers, but they are going to make it back. Scripts vaulting the fence, going to take cover, but ultimately very heavily outnumbered here, not going to be too successful. Lieutenant Tech from Chris R, and then once again jumping onto the cutoff. He's been very aware of these cutoffs, constantly harassing them. And the conscripts, but yeah, just so badly outnumbered. It seems like Moonlight a real fan of coming around the long way with the squad, trying to get a flank off rather than charging straight ahead. Maybe a tactic you guys could also use on this map. Try and break through on this point. Okay, in comes the Lieutenant. Machine gun setting up. But the Lieutenant should be able to swing this one. Pioneer closing the distance, but the Lieutenant's got that Thompson model. Very powerful close range as well. I could even go down here. Lieutenant going for the chase. Oh, not full chase. Oh, but he gets it just as he was about to turn around and call it a lost cause. And now the machine gun even in a bit of trouble. Late retreat from Frosty. Couple mistakes here, maybe because he's trying to fight on multiple fronts at once. Let's do swing that engagement though. Got an M20, so Chris R really applying the light vehicle pressure here. OC51 and M20. I've seen that for quite some time. Got a battle group down for Kpen back the other way. No tier 2 down yet for Frosty, so These two light vehicles going to inflict quite a lot of damage. Oh, big bundle grenade. Pretty good dodge though. Chris R performing well so far this game.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Like, hasn't quite managed to recover after that assistance from Frosty. Just hasn't quite managed to regain their control yet. But maybe Chris R will come over to assist. He's got two light vehicles and they are hungry. Chris R getting super deep into enemy territory with these cavalry riflemen. Drops a couple models from them. In the story here, conscripts being chased away. We've got tier 2 going down for Moonlight. And that is a 2-2-2 for Frosty. Probably going to hunt down these light vehicles. Thing is though, I think maybe like M20 and WC51 combo. Wow, he's got two M20s. Well then, he can definitely take on the 2-2-2 with those. As long as he uses them together. It's quite a lot of firepower. Those machine guns on the M20s do have pretty good penetration. As you can see there. Ripping in. Oh boy, 2-2-2. Forgotten about here. Ooh. WC51 super low, but so is 2-2-2, but he just microed that. Back to his M20s way before. WC51 could have got that away alive.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
And if you're unfamiliar, the WC51 actually does more damage than the M20 in most ranges. A bit of a shame to lose that. Comes the M20. Chasing away the Stern Pioneers, but we got some Shreks from Kpen. Going for the Grand Offensive Commander. They missed. That might have been an attack ground attempt there. This M20 here might be a double Shrek away from death. Oh, I was right, but it gets abandoned. So Chris R, after that strong start, getting a little bit clumsy with his light vehicles. Starting to lose a little bit of momentum now.
We've lost a fighting position.
Fighting position goes down. Never upgraded it with the 50 cal though. And now Moonlight, with the assistance of his teammate, finally branching out. Getting that fuel on his side of the map under control. Keeping also going for a Rakesh on top of the Shreks. Can't quite find the angle. Got a double officer tech here from Chris R. Trying to get a flank going with the captain, but not having too much success. Okay, and then Moonlight picking up the M20. That's a good idea. Because Chris R doesn't really want to sacrifice his squad for that M20. Oh, Pio gets the kill! All he needed was one damage, one of those shots to penetrate. But yeah, it was a good idea. Not to sacrifice the US Forces squad jumping into a super low vehicle like that. The Moonlight only cost him 2 or 3 models from a squad. But things are looking a little bit grim here for the Allies. Really struggling. The T-70 didn't get off to a good start, and now the M20, luckily those Shreks missing, almost went down. We got a flare up as well. Big rifle grenade damage. M1 super low, and gonna need to pull back for healing on that now. And the Allies are struggling right now. Struggling bad. Oh boy. Team 20 gets crewed again. He's still got the AT gun over here. Oh, but it packs up, resets up. Doesn't look like it's going to get... No, it does get a shot in. I didn't think he'd have sight, but maybe... Oh, the M20 with the clutch sight range. Allowing the M1 to knock out the 222. That was a big pick-off. Now this M20 should be a lot more effective, or maybe not, because he runs right into the Rakit and he's smoking. He's backing through the smoke attack. Ground attempt here from Kpen. Good attempt, good attempt. Send your grenade in. Guys trying to break through here, trying to regain control of the cutoff. Just coming in from the rear, and comes the T70 now. We're getting chased away. This T70 should be enough. There we go, Kpen full retreat. A lot more squads coming through from Chris R as well. Bringing the captain with the bar now. Trix can't get in range on the T70. Didn't get any damage on there. We've got a pack coming across here, but being swarmed by the allied infantry right now. The machine guns got forced off. This led to a little bit of an Axis collapse. That's exactly what the allies needed to get back into this game. They've been cut off for such a long time now. Second squad of cavalry riflemen from Chris R is a little bit surprising. I don't think that's a very good idea, honestly. But maybe he's just going to blob with them. Oh! Send your grenade in. Squad's super low now. Might as well retreat. He's just dropping models. Yeah, very low after that. It cost him a lot of manpower there. Alright. 20 back in action. Vet 2 now. Gotta be careful of this pack. Gotta have the sight on that. It smokes out immediately before the pack can even get a shot off. But all that smoke usage is burning through his munitions. A few times he hasn't needed to use it. Because he hasn't been able to get their weapon upgrades on his cav riflemen yet, which is limiting their effectiveness. Game 20 coming in close, yep. Securing the retreat. T70 has to be careful, because if 2 Shreks connect and a Raketen shot, that's the end of the T70. It's exactly 400 damage, exactly the amount of health the T70 has. Getting in there, flare up from Kpen, spotting for the Raketen long range. What a fight back from the allies. Complete turnaround and territory control here. As the Axis try and take up. Speaking of that, Schwer going down. Well, Kpen already got tier 3 down for Frosty. He's not too far away from a tank. Wonder if we'll see him go for a flak panzer at this stage. Could be a good moment for it, you know. Guy's a little bit light on anti-tank. Not going to have a tank anytime soon. Flak panzer could be super effective. At this early timing. Gilt's getting found here. Forward ambo. Chasing that away. Nearly vet 3 on that M20 now as well. COH2 pulling back a lot of flares from Kpen. And this Fusiliers. Only got 1 squad of those as well. Okay, here we go. Big push from Chris R. Big old blob. Is the machine gun in the right position for it though? Okay, M20. Ooh, first shot from the pack misses. That was crucial. M20 pulling back now. And the blob coming all the way around. Spots the teller. Doesn't go to sweep it yet though. And a big old flank pack in jeopardy here. M20 coming back in. Now the pack's on the run. Focusing on the Grenadiers. Half grenade misses, and that is a complete overwhelm. Frost being pushed off there. And does indeed go for the Flak Panzer though. Here it comes. Could this be the turnaround? He picks up the pack. M1 is nearby. Sticky Satchel, yes. Flak Panzer parking itself on top of the stolen pack though. And M1 misses the first shot. The Sticky Satchel destroys the stolen pack. Well, decrews at least. Flak Panzer needs to get around the corner on this M1. Clear the arc, but unable to. So yeah, Frosty overextending a little bit there. Allowing himself to get Sticky Satchel. Ends up losing a tank for the trouble.
We're losing a capture point.
Will he be able to come back here and recrew this AT gun though? Looks like the M1 coming forwards maybe for the kill on it. No, just for the cap. A little bit risky. Here come the P-Greens. Nope, but the M20 is there. And the captain as well. Kinda looks like he's gearing up for a grenade. Nope, it's out. T70 has been reasonably well contained by Kpen so far. Hasn't been super devastating. The Shrek Raketen combo working pretty well. Hasn't killed it yet though. Kpen now with the resources for a Panzer IV if that's what he's going for, but I imagine we're going to see him go straight for the Tiger. Just at the moment, fuel income super slow for the Axis, no high fuel point to their name. And there we go, he brings the ambulance all the way forwards here with a major forward retreat point. A little bit risky, but this is going to enable some good forward play here for Chris R. Let's see if it pays off. Raketen getting a little bit low here. T70 could maybe even kill it. Not in come the Shreks. T70 backing out. Cavalry Rifleman just charging at the machine gun here. Try and force back the MG42. Grenade in. Not decent damage, but with the ambulance there, that doesn't really matter too much. And there we go. Once again, Chris R doing some nice moves. Oh, and the Faust misses there. Unlucky. T-70 came forward and cleared out of this machine gun. Frosty just getting hammered here. Uncharacteristic for him to be just getting blasted out this badly. Seen in quite a lot of games, performing very well. Now Chris R just rolling up the field with an enormous army. Still has that forward retreat point as well, so this blob getting forced off, not even that punishing. He's trying to clear out the AT gun, not quite. They're also getting a little bit low. Retreat support gun from Kpen, who's also got the forward retreat point on his tech truck. And there we go, P-Greens have to get out. Oh, LMG on the captain as well as the bar, wow. It's a stroke of bad luck again for Frosty. Oh, here we go, T-70 hits the tower, goes down. Swept this one, but didn't get the one over here. And VP scores though pretty tight between the two teams, only 30 points in at this stage.
The capture point is being overrun.
So who is going to transition better into the late game? A tier 4 down here for Moonlight. Of course, we've seen the captain from Chris R. Imagine Moonlight's going to be going straight for the IS-2, but as you can see here, Kpen's going to be hitting that Tiger timing quite a lot earlier than that. Rifleman charging forwards. Flak base covering that point. That's away the conscripts. A battle for the middle. One thing that the allies don't have at the moment is indirect fire. So they're going to have trouble dealing with these machine guns. At the moment their flanks have been working out, but it may not work so well as the game drags on. G42 might get the kill here. Ooh, Maxim very lucky to escape. Whoa, M20, where's he going with this? Jumping on top of the pack here, trying to get the kill on it. In comes the blob behind this now. Kpen has a Raketen nearby. Bringing it across to support pack. Gets decrewed. Gonna pick off the machine gun as well. Smoking out with the M20. The blob is back here. He's dropping in incendiary artillery as Moonlight on top of the tech truck. And here we go. Kpen losing some squads. That's so. Do we see a heavy... a cavalry squad go down? But he did manage to steal away that MG42. And probably a lot more bleed inflicted overall. So nicely done. He still has so much manpower in the back. Could consider putting down a cache or two at this stage. Or maybe even building a tank. Maybe a couple Jacksons. Jackson Sherman maybe. You have the option of putting the blade on the Sherman, makes it a little bit beefier. Easy to keep alive in these team games, or all game modes really. It does the blade, the extra health, extra armor is a big asset. There's this barrage onto the machine gun, but this might be needed for anti-tank duties, because here's the Tiger. Forces once again surging forward in a big globular motion. Panzer IV now for Frosty though, and the Tiger. This blob may not work out too well. They're going to bleed a lot. Smoke onto the AT gun. AT gun, I think it's past the smoke though. Needs to pop the AP ammo on this, however. Getting some lucky pins regardless. Ships getting in, maybe think about the AT grenade, but decide against it. And now pops the AP ammo and the extended range from take aim. Double AT guns, Tiger. A bit of trouble there. So is the Panzer IV, both the Axis tanks forced off, and I heard the IS-2 coming in now. You have a Raketen back here. We've got double ISGs and the mortar team. Some juicy targets to the IS-2, and it's doing some good damage. Straight away bouncing that Raketen shot as well. Ooh, clears out one ISG. Raketen not having any luck so far. M20 has taken a Faust, but still getting the job done. And now Moonlight sneaking onto the Axis fuel point here. Axis without. High fuel point again. Ooh, big shot from the IS-2. Almost got the wipe there. Flees up from Kpen again. He wants to spot for that Zis, but Zis in camouflage at the moment. So doesn't find it. Okay, finally seeing some tanks from Chris R. Going for Shermans. Two of them. I do think the Sherman Jackson combo a little bit better, but he does have two AT guns to fall back on. For anti-tank duties. Just the Tiger can decrew those AT guns so easily. Can't always rely on them fully. Machine gun in the house, gonna go down here for Frosty. A couple more towers getting swept as well. Nicely done by Chris R. But yeah, he was floating close to 1,000 manpower for such a long time. Really should have got these tanks out much earlier.
New items can now be built.
Tiger on the move. Those two back here waiting repairs. There's one squad of combat engineers at the moment. Fist into a second pack now to deter the Tiger. It makes me think he's maybe going to go for a Katyusha next. Help counter all those support weapons from the Axis, which are clustered tightly around the middle. Got to get some good caddy barrages off. T-gun again doing work. E4 being forced away. Blob coming in. This time the flak base getting some hits on them. Big bundle grenade as well forces them off. Doubles this. Coming after the Tiger. Tiger switching from side to side at the moment. 3 Shermans from Chris R. Makes me think he's going to do some reckless stuff. Send your artillery onto the truck, but Kpen moves out well. Doesn't take too much. And now he's coming after the base. Killing an infantry company though, not super high value. It's pretty cheap to rebuild. And there we go, bundle grenade kills the stolen MG. And now he could lose both his packs here. Squad comes out of suppression. Double AT guns lining up shots on the Tiger. Getting some really nice damage in as well. Tiger has to pull back. And here we go, this is what I was worried about. Double AT guns now getting blasted away by Frosty's units, getting caught out of position here. He's going to lose both of them. Where are those Shermans? He's got 3 of them. Why are they not up here? And Frosty going to steal back both of those packs. Now he's got 3 packs. Going to be hard to outmaneuver that with these Shermans. Squad goes down the building. Here come the Shermans. They're all on high explosive at the moment. Taking aim at these packs. Decrews one of them quickly, going after the Grenadiers, gets them. Loses one Sherman, abandoned though. Taking aim at the next pack. But this pack over here also doing big damage. Sherman's getting low. Tiger coming across now, needs to smoke out of there. Nope. Oh, big Tiger wipe there. Cav rifles go down. Trying to steal away this pack. In fact, he's going for both AT guns. Turning about face. And he killed the P4 here. Connects with one shot, but unable to finish the job. And in comes the smoke. X4 gets away. Oh. 42 dropped there on the building. IS-2 coming in on the other side. While the Tiger's away, trying to do some damage and takes down the highly vetted machine gun there. Conscripts Ura in for the steal. I don't know if they're going to be able to get away with it. In comes the Tiger, decrews it immediately. Where are those double AT guns? Here they are. And the Tiger has to pull back, but he did manage to recruit MG34. IS-2 coming back in to stop that. And he loses the Maxim there as well, a little bit late on the retreat. IS-2 still on the warpath, but in comes a second fresh Winnekendonk. Barrage into this area as well. Double Winnekendonks forcing off the IS-2 now. Oh, Katyusha barrage to Kpen's HQ. I think I heard one kill. Probably just the decoy on those team weapons, so not too costly to reinforce, but 10 kills straight off the bat. Looks like he might have got one or two medics with that. See medic model crawling around there. But either way, pretty good start for the Katyusha. And the Axis are about 110 VPs behind at this stage. So they're going to have to fight hard to get themselves back into this one. China's back on the offensive here, back to full. Oh boy, okay, M1 pulling back now. Oh, good shot from the P4. He takes that down so quickly. Those Panzer Grenadiers with the LMG just ruining Chris R's entire army here. Instantly decreased that one as well.
Allied AT gun has been destroyed.
Sherman coming in. Switching rounds now though, but both these Shermans a little bit low, and here comes a Stug and a pack. Chris are about to overextend. Another pack is back there as well. Sherman could be in trouble. P4 coming after, so is the Stug. And there we go, one Sherman down. What about the second? Tiger getting aggressive here as well, but doubles this is there. Tiger has to pull back. Sherman getting low, but I think it needs 2 shots to go down there. So it doesn't end up dying. And you can see a little bit of backfiring. Oh! Katyusha! Oh boy! Okay, kind of lucky scatter for Kpen. Doesn't end up doing too much there. Oh, he retreats through it. Get 10 kills after the first barrage. Only up to 11. Yeah, only 1 kill with that barrage. Decent amount of damage though. At the very least. The Axis under the triple cap at the moment, so even though they're trading well, starting to pull back ahead. They're still without the victory points, still without high fuel. I was about to say Chris R really feeling the impacts of never having retreated to his base, no weapon upgrades for a lot of his squads. I think bazookas on these rear echelons would have made so much difference in a few of these engagements. Sherman luckily bouncing a shot from the Panzer IV there. Smokes out the pack. Pack got a target weak point shot off. M20 going in deep behind the pack, hoping to get the D crew. Shermans, are they going to go hunting for the Panzer IV, which is low? 1 shot from death itself. Sherman going in deep. Oh! Stug from the side though. Can he kill the Panzer Grenadiers? Double AT guns going after the Stug. E-Greens make it out. D4 coming in after the M20, but it's a little bit too fast. Oh, and the Stug misses the killing blow on it. Oh, speaking of missed blows. Is this also missing the killing blow on the Stug, so it evened out there between the two teams. Losing Stug will be a little bit more punishing than M20. That being said, he's still doing a lot of damage with that highly vetted M20. Still being super effective with it even this deep into the match. And Tiger back up to full, mobilizing itself. Those two the same, getting aggressive. Long range Katyusha barrage. Is that a second Katyusha? No. 2 kills. Attack ground here from Kpen. This crawling forwards. Looking for a sneaky shot on the Tiger, or maybe the Stug. Finally a breakthrough onto this VP for Kpen. But the Axis now down to 87, in a bit of trouble. Oh, speaking of in trouble, no, Lieutenant gets out of there. Double packs for Frosty now, coming down the middle.
We are down to 75 points.
Ooh, kamikaze plane almost hits Sherman. Speaking of Sherman's, battling it out with the Stugs there. Those two coming through the smoke, but we've got 2 packs right there. Might not be able to last too long. Senior artillery over here. Making a little bit late to dodge. Triple AT guns coming after the IS-2. That pulls back. Tiger on a rampage on the other side. This is the kind of thing you need your Katyusha for. It's ready to fire. Packs forgot about taking a bit of flame damage rather than decrewed up there. Triple Shermans. Oh, one of them on my HE though. The AT guns going after the P4. Sherman's coming forwards a little bit. Oh, the smoke, I think, preventing the kill from the Shermans. Vet 2 now. Where's that Katyusha at? Man, it's been ready to fire for so long. They're smoking. The central VP neutral for so long now, but it looks like the Axis might take control of it. Thanks to that smoke. IS-2 comes in, but it's a lot of damage. Where's that Katyusha going? Ooh. Ooh, pretty good hit so far. Almost gets the decro on the pack. Too far, Vet 2. What happened to that Sherman? Blink and you'll miss it. Goes down there. That's one of the first major mistakes from Chris R so far this game.
You got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
Going for a Jackson now though. Safer choice. Finally gone for a Jackson. Haven't seen him upgrade the bulldozer blade though. Give the Shermans the extra bit of health. It does make them a little bit slower, however. He has been pretty mobile with them so far.
Tank destroyer is ready for action. All sectors. Ability now ready.
There's 2 coming forwards. Tiger's there to meet it. The Jagdpanzer here now, and Sherman goes down instantly. Another Sherman in a bit of trouble as well. Faust's going to come onto it. Stood going for the chase down. Sherman in trouble, needs to smoke to get out, but he's already used the smoke. Cavalry rifleman, fresh squad coming forwards, looking for the sticky satchel. Double AT guns starting to rip in. And smoke there from the M20. Maybe saving the day. In comes the Jackson now. Uses the Cav rifleman. Oh, Chris R falling apart here in the late game. Preservation not so good when he's not just bobbing like crazy. Jackson could get the kill here. Well, I don't know why he's backing off. Maybe he's worried about a pack coming in. But that is a P green score with the LMG, not a Grenadier, so you have to worry about the snare. Oh my god, I missed the IS-2 dying? Jesus. Sorry. Well, fresh IS-2 called in. Guess this is just too much anti-tank. Can't even see where it died. Already gets salvaged. Katyusha ready to fire again. 20 continuing to prove its worth, shutting down these harassing attempts. Look at Chris R's army now. He's also floating a huge amount of manpower. Panzer coming across, IS-2 on the run. The T-guns also crawling back in camouflage. Yeah, almost okay, caddy. It's gonna get some damage. Not an amazing Katyusha barrage though. The Allies ticking under 300. Trying to branch out to the VP. Oh, he's going to be able to get a snare off here on the Tiger. IS-2 not even close to be able to capitalize on that though. T-guns pushing forwards again. So is the IS-2. Let's get away after the snare. Combat engineers leading the way. No minesweeper though. And here goes this. Also going forwards. Incendiary artillery dropping onto these Raketans. But that was a lot of damage. Onto the IS-2, instantly forced off. Looks like one Raketan's going to get decrewed by the flames. No, makes it out of there somehow. That was cool. Allies do manage to sneak control of the center though, drain back on the Axis briefly. And Frosty, they're picking up a howitzer going after those double AT guns. Still wanting to come around the corner. The Jackson's back there though. Loses sight of it, however. So we're behind the trees. Quad coming in. Risky business though with this much anti-tank for the Axis. You know, so many AT guns, the Jagdpanzer as well. Allies themselves going to have to lean on some artillery, and Chris are going for triple pack howitzer. I certainly understand going for 1. 2 a little bit iffy, especially when you're up against an Axis howitzer. But 3 a little bit of overkill. He's having trouble a little bit with the Axis armor here as well now. Smoking out M20, trying to get away. P4 goes for an attack round attempt there. Oh, P4 could go down here. Needs to penetrate, and he does! Lucky penetration there. Jackson coming back in, could get the Stug. A little bit slow on the chase down. The Stug makes it out alive. Vet 3 on that now as well. But either way, no, that was important because, as I said, it was a little bit struggling for anti-tank, but taking down the Panzer IV with the Sherman there means that this triple pack howitzer build might not get himself overwhelmed by tanks in the meantime. Another super long range Katyusha here. The scatter not working out too well. Just getting a few kills, doing a bit of health damage, nothing too amazing. Only 17 kills on that Katyusha still. It just goes to show, you know, if using your Katyusha in different ways can lead to vastly different results compared to that game on Crossing in the Woods we saw about a week or so ago. She had like 50 kills after a similar amount of time to this. Engineer go down there maybe. Anyway, Kpen creeping forwards. Slowly pushing Moonlight back. Another plane shot down by Moonlight. I'm not entirely sure why he went for a quad. And here we go. This is what I was worried about. Howitzer now going after the pack howitzers. Forcing a reposition on the forward retreat point as well. But Moonlight are really struggling to hold on to his ground. Probably needs to get Tank Destroyer himself in SU-85, but yeah, I don't know why he went for the quad. You can't really shoot down those planes that quickly for a quad to be relevant. We would have gotten some pretty good scouting information before this smoke. Oh boy, IS-2 clumsily lumbering forwards, and the Jagdpanzer Vetted Raketen combo taking care of it so quickly. Oh boy, what's the Sherman up to? Going after the pack deep in Axis territory. The Stug is there, but low in health. Pack coming across though, second pack. Egrins with the LMG going after the pack howitzers. One of them decrewed. Ooh, but the other two looking for some revenge. Now the M20 coming in, trying to get the kill. These Pegrins have gotten away so many times on low, and it looks like it will happen again. Oh, and there goes the M20 finally. Those Pegrins so lucky to escape there. Panzer coming across now, but Jackson is there. Got incendiary artillery onto the vetted up pack. Cav Rifleman looking for a sticky satchel, but Fox there to shut them down. Sherman going in deep, but that was a bad idea. Horrible idea. Loses the Sherman. Probably gonna hit the pyres a little bit, not amazing. Almost gets a kill on the pyre. Recon plane in. Pack outs is in trouble. This is what I was worried about. Underwhelming amounts of anti-tank for Chris R. He's lost his ambulance now as well. Pack outs is in trouble. Has to abandon his forward retreat. He loses one pack out. He could lose another one. I think one of them, the high health one, should be able to get away here. Jackson coming back in, super risky. Gets double Stugs. Go down really quickly. Stugs turning around though. Oh boy, facing the arrears, the Jackson. Jackson with a feeding frenzy here. Might be able to knock both of them out. Stugs pretty quick on the rotation though. Jackson missing a shot. That was crucial. Faust maybe going to come through onto the Jackson, slowing it down. Jackson missing another shot. Oh boy. Stug missing there. And comes the IS-2. One Stug goes down. What about the other one? IS-2 missing. These Stugs. What are they up to? Missing so many shots. Very, very lucky. There is Frosty. Could have lost both of them. Now the Stug coming in. Gonna look for the wounded Jackson. Maybe you can hear this crushing terrain through the fog. Oh, and he picks it off the sight from the smoke bombs, providing the accurate shot he needed there to finish the job on the Jackson. And now the Allies are on death's door. Chris R with almost nothing to his name. Moonlight also lacking. Oh, ambulance going down as well. Chris R just completely falling apart in the late game. You know, I was thinking like, man, he's playing way better than his rank 115 implies in the early game, but here we can see in the late game why he has the rank he does. Oh. Oof. Got blasted there. And now triple cap for the Axis. Allies getting super low. 174 remaining. And here comes the Jagdpanzer. Nearly vet 2 on that as well. That's when it becomes a real thorn on the Allies' side. Another Sherman for Chris R. I do recommend going for the Dozer Blade. You know, having that extra bit of health just helps you keep alive so much easier. You're up against so much anti-tank from the Axis. I really think that's essential at this point in the match. The Allies branching out though, looking for a fuel point, looking for a VP. Looks like they're going to team up for a bit, come out to the same side. Got some howitzer rounds coming down though from Frosty. Oh, engine damage onto the Jagdpanzer. Could it go down here? No, in comes the Tiger IS-2 missing that shot. Now the Tiger... No, it's not going to chase enough, the IS-2. AT gun coming forwards here for Chris R. Maybe going to get a shot on the Tiger. No, not quite. Setting up again. Sherman bouncing. T-gun coming forwards. What's he doing with this Sherman? He's looking to throw another one away here. Smoke coming onto the M1. Still going for an attack round. Kamikaze plane almost takes down the AT gun. Katyusha gets the wipe finally. And it's the first wipe from the Katyusha. Takes down a Volksgren. Sherman, what's he doing with this? It's so low in health. Just pull it back. Some repairs on it, man. Tiger could have been coming forwards and just one shot it right there. Not worth the risk at all. Oh boy, what's he doing with this? The crew is trying to repair the quad there. They are really struggling for territory control. Oh, looking for a sticky satchel on the Tiger, but takes a devastating shot. Could lose this now to the Panzer Grenadiers on retreat. No, the smoke blocking sight briefly. Oh, still ends up losing it. Should come back in, but still not fully repaired. go down very quickly from here. Major arty back there, I'm not sure. Yep. Oh boy, Sherman. Oh man, that's frustrating to see from Chris R. And now he's losing his team weapons. Outs are coming down. SU-85 in some trouble. Oh, double Winnekendonks though. Taking a hammering from the Katyusha. Could lose both of them here, and does. That was a huge pick-off. Exactly what Moonlight was waiting for. Both of them might even get destroyed here. One of them for sure has gone down. Will he kill this, or will he go for the recro? I'm not sure. Outs are coming down for Frosty. Outs are going after these team weapons. Ooh, good hit from the rebuilt IS-2. And there we go. Kpen's going to be the one killing Deku Winnekendonk. There's a couple Shreks in there as well. Good attack grounds through the trees. SU-85 also coming through forwards. One all getting decrewed there, a little bit too aggressive, goes down to the double LMG Grenadiers. SU-85 and IS-2 coming forwards, but they're a little bit low here. Just be careful, still getting a nice shot in there. SU-85 connecting, he's got the focus sight on. Tiger might have overextended here. Sneak attack from the Zis. IS-2 goes down. Zis bouncing. One more shot and there we go. Tiger goes down. The Vet 5 Tiger. SU-85 also going down though. Stood makes it out however. IS-2 just abandoned. Finally. That was out of control for quite some time. SU-85, that was weird. Death critical. In comes a Brumbier now from Frosty.
Supply sector under attack.
Well, he's trying to repair this with his vehicle crew, but he needs them for repair, for damage from Jackson. And the Faust finishes the job. Jackson going in for the kill on the Brumbier. And this finishes the job. Nicely done there. Axis getting a little bit over eager. Allies did manage to stall the clock briefly and might even be able to get some points ticking against the Axis. Getting on top of this VP on the far side. Nothing over there defending it. And now Kpen going for the King Tiger instead of the Tiger. Let's see what he can get done with this. I've played with the King Tiger a couple times myself recently. I wasn't too impressed with it. I actually feel like the Tiger is better. I've seen quite a few throws with it recently as well in these shoutcasts. But it's just the difference in mobility, you know, the difference in turret rotation, speed. King Tiger a little bit more cumbersome to use, and I feel like the Tiger also has better anti-infantry performance. Just with its good rate of fire, but we'll see what happens here. Quite a few losses now though. And like still far behind in army size. A few team weapons around for them to recrew if they manage to. Especially for Chris R, leaving a lot of his team weapons lying about the battlefield. This is maybe going after the double pack howies, but not finding them. And Axis in control of 2 VPs again. Drainers on, both teams super low in victory points. Who's going to take this? Another Sherman for Chris R. This Vet 3 Stug and Vet 2 Jagdpanzer is going to be tough for the Allies to overcome, though. I don't think they've got that much anti-tank. Looks like Moonlight tries save for another IS-2. Which is understandable, but at the moment he is severely lacking anti-tank. Probably needs to get himself another Zis. Sure, well, he can hear this King Tiger rumbling around in the fog. No, he needs another AT gun to counter that. He's got a lot of manpower spear as well for it. Attrition nearly Vet 3. Here you go, conscripts probing. Looking for a way forwards onto the VP. Frosty just leaving the squad on the VP, protecting it. Which is a pretty good idea overall. One thing the Allies are missing is recon, you know. They are a random team, but you can use the recon flight. Provide some intel for those Katyusha barrages, because Katyusha has a decent amount of downtime so far this match. Not having any good targets on screen. But some pretty good hits there, clearing the way. Big howitzer shot. Did that damage both of those tanks there? That is a rare sight. Stuka barrage coming in. Double AT guns in a little bit of trouble. No, they avoid harm. Stug in trouble though. Triple AT guns. Will the Stug? Yes, there it goes. Jackson also went down similarly quickly though. Major recon in for Chris R. Allied AT guns on the push, but maybe thinking twice about charging through the smoke because the King Tiger's on that side. Looks like Chris R pulling back now. But Allies draining out fast. 35 VPs remaining. Need to do something and fast. Moonlight just floating so much right now. What is he doing? He needs to build some more engineers. Another AT gun. Chuck a squad of shock troops onto the map. He needs to get something going. He's got like 600 manpower on top of an IS-2. Coming forwards. AT guns mobilizing for Chris R. 25 VPs left for the Allies. Here they come. AT guns looking for the KT. Don't quite find it. Sets up, but then loses sight of it. Just to get one shot off. Smoke in from the Sherman onto the bunker, opening up the cap. AT guns charging forwards here. Got another machine gun back there, but the conscripts onto the VP. Sherman charging through the smoke. Jagdpanzer gonna get onto the rear armor of the Jagdpanzer, maybe. Double AT guns lining up shots on the KT. No AP ammo yet though, so failing to penetrate. Sherman goes down. Oh, looks like he almost killed the walking Stuka, but not quite. AT gun switching over to the bunker now, trying to knock that down. Long range caddy barrage clearing out Kpen's infantry. And now the drain on the Axis. Fresh IS-2 on the battlefield as well. Good push here, late by the Allies. They're not done yet. Stuka barrage, cav rifles down. IS-2 almost instantly dead. Main gun critted. Down the road though. AT guns don't quite get the kill. On the Jagdpanzer, conscripts once again shut out by the Peregrines. Locking down that flank. Can the Allies hold on long enough? I don't think so. 34 VPs is just too many. Drain out here. He's got a squad of combat engineers now, but so late. He just, you know, Moonlight finally building some units after the IS-2 comes out, but he should have had them before that, especially for repairs. A good Katyusha barrage shuts the Axis out of capping in the center briefly. Hakauis are also here. Missing. Cav rifles go down. Another squad of conscripts. But these vetted P-Greens are so powerful with the LMG as well. We've got incendiary artillery dropped on them. Bundle grenade dodged by the conscripts. The flames doing some pretty good damage, but the P-Greens, oh, the scatter is good for them. And then comes some overs from the rear. Conscripts going to have to abandon that. Axis capping in the middle, and they get the cap off. They're super low in health, but they do complete the capture. IS-2 just going to take so long to repair. He's got a second squad of combat engineers, but I don't think it's going to be repaired before the game is over. They finally get a second AT gun as well. But that's going to be it, I think. Two-shot barraging. AT guns. Resist jumping onto the VP, but instantly gets decrewed. And Katyusha goes down to the walking Stuka. Medics coming forward onto the VP. Axis also throwing some units into the center though to block the capture. 2 remaining. And that is going to be the game. Well, a really strong start there for the Allies. Almost drained the Axis out, but they turned it around. Chris R just really falling apart in the last half hour or so of that match. Really bad preservation of his armor, bad build decisions. Yeah, he just lost it all in the late game. Moonlight also making a crucial error, floating like 1200 manpower right at the end there. So once his IS-2 was on the field, didn't have the repairs available for it. Couldn't send it into combat. A bit late building that seconds this as well. But overall, very well played, entertaining match. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.